The college year is over and I wanted to start on some personal study, so I'm going to be doing some historical and cultural research through like several folklore books, and I also have Caesar's Gallic War on the deity Cernunnos from Gaul. I feel like he's not very well written about subject matter, um, and I've never seen a book that really compiles his mythology and attributes in the way that I want to. So I'm writing the book that I never had when researching this deity, basically. So yeah, just hop along for the ride. I'm gonna hop in for a body double, like voice chat thing uh, with a friend. And I'll probably be continuing to annotate these, because these annotations are not complete. And then I'll probably get to work on this. I've already annotated this book. I annotated this when I first read it. Not knowing at that point that I was going to write this book, so I will maybe go back in and just pick things out and put them in my notebook, but for now I'm not going to. I pulled out this book because I thought it is a book on Britain, but I think the information on the Celts in general is very useful. It's a bit worn. I got this secondhand. You can't buy it new anymore. And this is probably one of my most prized possessions now. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get some good work done today. But yeah, I suppose I better get on with it, really. Let's turn my camera back on for the body double. Yeah, see you on the other side. spent the last, I don't know, like hour trying to figure out how the putti in the relief of Vonderv, how that is associated with Cernunnos. I think I found it. Basically, Cernunnos he's a psychopomp. They represent not only love, as most people would associate him with because of their cherub appearance. They're not cherubs, they're different. Cherubs are always symbolic of the angelic. These are not cherubs. They're manifestations of emotion and human spirit. And they're also, very interestingly, carved into sarcophagi, which associates them with the passage of souls into the other world, right? Or into the underworld, considering this is a Roman thing. But in Cernunnos' context, it is the other world. Cernunnos is heavily associated with the other world. He has 1 foot in the other world, 1 foot in this world. He is part of both, and he is a part of neither. He is separate, but he is liminal. And I've found that association, and I've never heard anyone or never read anyone talk about this part of the relief. So I'm glad that I found it, because no one talks about it. They say that it is putti that it is represented with, which makes sense for the time. Like, obviously, cherubs weren't really a thing yet, but these were. So that's really cool. I feel pretty accomplished about that, to be honest. So obviously they're associated with Aphrodite. They're also associated with Dionysus. So there's which one is it? There's a fragment of a sarcophagus where the putti are in a grapevine. They are kind of they're really small, and they look like they're almost dancing on top of it. There's an association there with Dionysus or Bacchus, whichever one you choose. I mean, it is Roman, so it would technically be incorrect to say Dionysus. But for the sake of simplicity, people know who Dionysus is. They're also, this is the really interesting one, they're also associated with Pan. They've been depicted with Pan. They represent the mischief and the panic of Pan. But more than that, in the throne relief that was created for Emperor Claudius in the 1st century, if I've got my dates right there. So the relief that was created for Emperor Claudius depicted at one point, they assume 12 representations of putti with various different symbols of the deity. So there's one putto with Jupiter's lightning bolt, which just, like, that's the one that survived. But can you imagine, like, I don't know, there's another one with Neptune's trident, or like, I don't really know, like Vulcan's hammer or something like that. Like, that'd be really cool. And when you think about it that way, they become a lot more than just representations of love or Cupid or Eros. They become something deeper than that, and I find that really interesting. And I'm really glad that I found this association with Cernunnos specifically. So I think that's going to be the end of this video. I will continue the study of Cernunnos in another one. It might not be the next one. I'm really bad sometimes. I just need to take a bit of a a break in between what I'm studying, like switch between a bit. But I think I left it on a good note. I've found something that I've never seen anyone talk about before, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it there and hopefully pick it up again either tomorrow or in a couple of days. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and if there's any pointers or ideas of what style of video you'd rather I did, if you're maybe not a fan of the more vlog style of it, and you just want the time lapse working side of it, just let me know. I'm still experimenting with how I want these videos to look and what I want them to be, so you might see a few changes as we go in the next few months maybe. But yeah, so if you enjoyed, remember to like, subscribe. It feels really weird saying that. And comment down below, who is your favourite deity and what is it about them that you really like? And I'll respond to every comment. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.